guys, what is up? I'm DZ, your host, the Crochet Lady, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a super easy triangle scarf, Tunisian crochet, of course. Now, of course, there is more than one way to make a triangle, but today we're going to focus just on one way, and that's the right side increase. Couple of quick notes just before we get started. Depending on what type of stitcher you are, what hook you're using, and what yarn you're using all come into play in determining what your finished project is going to look like. Okay, so really quick, to get started, you're going to need an Afghan hook. I used 6mm. You can use whatever you have on hand to get started. Now, keep in mind that if you want to make something longer, you're going to need a cabled hook. And I didn't use a cabled hook for this. I just used a regular 10-inch for this tutorial sample, but you will need to have a cabled hook for extra length. Okay, you may need a little needle for sewing in your edges, scissors for cutting, and of course I used a 6mm for the edge. You don't have to switch over if you don't want to. Okay, you can do whatever you would like. The way that I start out is I start each row with Tunisian simple stitch, and then the next stitch over is modified. And modified, all that is instead of picking up the vertical bar, I pick up the vertical bar and the front horizontal loop at the same time. And I demonstrate that in many other videos. All right, so also you can, when you make this bigger, you can add a border. Make sure you do your corners so that you can add a nice border. Okay, all right, I'll see you guys in just 1 second with a chain of 2. So if you're ready, let's head over to the crochet corner and we'll get started. Okay, so let's start out with a chain of 2. Next, we're going to single crochet in the back hump of the first chain. Oops, my yarn is caught. Okay. Next, we're going to increase in not the first longer bar, but the little one right here. And then we're not going to increase on the left side. We're just going to insert our hook underneath both loops, yarn over, and pull up a loop. And we're going to do a normal close, just extending your end loop a tiny bit. So we're going to increase again on the right side. So skipping your first bar as usual, insert your hook into the little bar just above. Now you've made your increase. And I'm going to go ahead and use Tunisian simple stitch. So insert your hook under the vertical bar. And then you're going to insert your hook under both end loops. Yarn over and pull up a loop. So now we've increased to 4. Remember, we're only increasing on the right hand side. So normal close, yarn over, pull up 1 loop, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops all the way down. And then proceed with your increase. You're going to do each row just like this. I am going to use Tunisian simple stitch on the first stitch only, and then I'm going to switch over to modified Tunisian simple stitch because that's what I like to do. If you want to stick with Tunisian simple stitch, feel free. And then we're just going to make our end loops again. Five stitches. So normal close. Alright, so continue this method for as many rows as you would like, and I will see you guys in just a few minutes where I will show you how to do the border and finish off your project. All right, so we have finished the very last row. Now from here, for this particular pattern, we're going to chain 1, and in the next vertical bar, we're going to make a single crochet, and then we're going to grab the vertical bar and the horizontal loop and make our single crochets in those loops till the end of the row. Okay, so follow all the way down. I'll see you right over here. Okay, so we're down to our last space here, and we're just going to crochet in our last stitch right here, our last end loops. Okay, and then let's pull our yarn through. Have a knot right there. Okay, so pull your yarn through, snip it off, and finish pulling your yarn all the way through. And then you're just going to sew this in, just like this. So you have a nice corner. Sew this into the back. And the back looks really lovely as well. All right, so now that we've done this, now you have the choice to go ahead and add a border, or you can just add, more single crochets and make sure you do your corners. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. As always, it is my pleasure to hang out with you. All right, have fun. Till next time, peace out.